Here at FishingWithVance.com, we're about to embark on one of our greatest adventures ever, and that's hopefully the completion of the Pelican Mod series. When I say completion, this will be the wrap-up of the table and the things that we've been working on in series part 2 and part 3. The modification system itself will actually never be done, as we will always be striving to complete it and make it better, continue to tweak it, and get the most enjoyment out of it as we possibly can. So, we hope that you will join us on our adventure here with the Pelican Mod series. And we need some feedback, we need some comments. What can we do better? What have you guys done? What don't you like? What do you like? Hey, Mike's an ass, don't let him on the videos anymore. Whatever it is. But we need some comments back so that we can make sure that we're doing this right. And that we can get that mod to exactly where it needs to be. So by no means are we anywhere near done. But this is going to sort of wrap up this part of the series, especially with the table. So let us know what you guys think, as I said. And you know what we do when we do it. Fish on. FishingWithVance.com.
Had to make a quick little detour to hardware store. As D-Man said earlier, we're trying to wrap up the Pelican mods for this series right now. Doing little measurements here on the brace that's going to go to the utility table. We decided to use some of the brackets that came with it, and so we're going to be putting those on there. And right now we had to run to the hardware store, pick up some more different bolts. So we're going to use these to secure the table down. So these guys right here. So it should be good, and hopefully the table will stay nice and tight to the brace.
So what you're looking at here, this is how we are going to do our pole holders. So basically what this is one end of a closet rod hanger that you would put in a closet. This is what we're going to be looking at right here. This is 1 1/2 inch PVC pipe, schedule 40. And that just fits snug as a bug in a rug in there. And then this is what's going to hold our nets and our poles. And I was showing my fishing partner Vance how I did this, because I had to test it out before I bought it. So I actually did this in Lowe's. So you just put that in there, give it a couple little luck taps. And then whenever you're in Lowe's doing this, this usually goes over pretty well with the rest of the employees that are in there. There you go. So I don't know if you can see that, but that actually flares that PVC out a little bit. That's on there. And I can't budge yet. So we were going to super glue that, but I can't see having to super glue that. I think that's going to do just fine. So we're going to cut these off. We're going to place them on the boat, which we will show you here shortly. But there's a little life hack for you. So FishingWithVance.com.
This is a test of our pole holder. Notice the D-man here, he's cutting a notch out so that when we get these on the table, they can't swing and hit into each other. It's a genius idea by him. Right now, he's just notching it out. Eventually, those are going to go on to the table. What do you think, D?
That's FishingWithVance.com. Titties.
We'll get that on the video too, please. This is Vance from FishingWithVance.com, coming to you live from the garage. Those of you who saw part 2 and 3 of our modification on our Pelican Boat modification videos. So we've come to the end of this version of the modification that we've been talking about. So I'm going to go around this boat and try to capture as much as I can remember. My partner over there did 99% of the work. I stood there holding the camera. But that's how she goes. So, and my heater went off. That's good. So, some of the things that we did this time that are different than the last modification. I want to start down here on this end. Here we got the Pelican up on the Home Depot bucket so we can put our motor on. But we had already put these lights on last time. And if you look at our videos from last year, I've had these pole holders that come in big time handy for me. Whenever the D-man's catching fish, I can toss my rods in there. And what we did to improve it this time was he notched out on the side of this PVC pipe, so to keep my reels away from my feet. Really, the theme of this whole modification is to clear up as much space as possible and add the ability to have more poles. So, and our floor, as you'll see. So I talked about in I think modification 2 or 3 this floor that he put in. It's a cow mat that he got at Tractor Supply, and the wiring for both the front motor and this is the back motor and the front motor run in the channel that runs underneath and underneath my feet and up through underneath and attaches to the battery. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we've got both motors hooked up to the battery that is underneath our new utility table, which I'll talk about in a second. But so we put new pedestals on, just moving from front to back to front, and this is where we can put our coolers, snacks, things like that. We had already put on the paddles last time, again to keep things out of the way. But our main new addition here is this utility table. This was an idea that High Life had to buy an additional brace from Pelican, the brace that the seats go on, and mount this table to it. And in the prior couple videos, he built the table, and then I painted it. Not before I spilled all the tools of his, as you saw. But anyway, I painted it, and now today he mounted this to the brace, and then about halfway through, we started thinking about, could we add additional pole holders? Because this year, we're going to try to catch as many fish as we can on different lures and baits, And so this year we want to go to the lake already with many, many poles rigged. So what he decided to do was, again, playing off the PVC pipe idea he had last year, he mounted these pole holders on to the top of our utility table. So the utility table has an edge to it, as you can see, and then this PVC pipe out here is for a net, and I'll show you when I go around the other side of the table. But so we have space in the middle for our bag and for hopefully as many baits and lures as we need. He put in these two 12-inch PVC pipe, and it's attached to a closet rack holder or something like that. I don't know, what is it, Mike? Some kind of
Closet rod holder.
Closet rod holder, yeah, that's what it is. And anyway, so then again, he put a notch in so that when we're putting these extra poles in here, they're going to keep the reels from touching each other. We put in our smaller rods and reels right now because it's going to hit my ceiling here in the garage. But as you can see, the table fits perfectly right between us. It's sturdy as heck, and it has plenty of room for this bag. And then also, your pliers, whatever else you're going to put out here, plastics, whatever, that kind of stuff. We also have room for another bag underneath to whatever else we would need, snacks or whatever. Another thing, like I said, he put the risers on, and the thing that excites me the most about this is we're going to be able to take, if we want to, we could take, 6, 7 poles already rigged to the lake. And what I didn't like about it before, I know a lot of guys put their poles right here and they get tie downs on here. That never worked for me. I always would either get them tangled or I always thought I'd end up kicking one into the lake, which I never did, thankfully. But I like this year that we're going to have this table, and with me sitting here, I can swivel back, put a bunch of crap here, beer, whatever. If I have a beverage, I can put it there. And then also have access to this, all the lures and baits. I'm not sure how the high rise is going to go. I'll let you know about that. Like D-Van said before, we got to make sure it's stable. But, the bottom line is we have two motors, a front and a back. It's all hidden underneath with, like I said before, it's all wired underneath. And now we can do many, many more poles. So we're pretty pumped up about this. I can't wait to try it out, and we'll let you know. We'll do a full review on how the modifications go. If we like them, those we do, we don't. If we work this out right with how close we have this, if we have enough room in here, I think we're going to have plenty of room. And also the wiring that goes from the front to the back. So I think that's it for this modification. This has been FishingWithVance.com. There's my partner over there. Any last words for all this? This was like a 2 or 3 weekend thing. Just trying to work on it slowly but surely here in March. It's going to be weeks, and we're going to both be fishing. So hopefully there'll be less videos from Vance's garage and some from the lake. So I think that's it from FishingWithVance.com.